Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to She Will Empower. I'm your host, Jessica Cherry. I'm a strategic intervention and empowerment coach, an NLP practitioner, a networking and empowerment community director, a certified sound bath practitioner, social media and marketing gal, and your Tuesday morning wake up club host on 94.3 KWVH Wimberley Valley Radio, where we bring real talk, real tools, and real empowerment straight to the airwaves. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for spending part of your day with me. And if you're listening on the podcast replay, welcome to this space where we talk about mindset, growth, psychology, and the real life decisions that shape who we become. This show is for people who are trying to do better in life, the ones building careers, the ones raising kids, the ones caring for aging parents, and the ones reinventing themselves. And today, I wanted to talk to my business owners or people that are starting new businesses or side hustles, but scared to take the steps because I run into this almost every day. And so I wanted to address it here. In today's world, there are so many people starting side hustles, new businesses, all kinds of things like that. I saw a study, and you can search this study on the internet, but in 2025, around 27% of United States adults say that they have a side hustle. And some surveys are even higher, which is 1 in 3 people. 1 in 3 people, can you believe that? That's really high to have a second job. That's a lot, in my opinion. 1 in 3 people have a secondary income. And I know that in the times that we live in, everything is expensive. Everything. I mean, everything's just going up. It's just the way it is. And people are hustling to try and build and make things meet, make ends meet. And so I wanted to talk about this some more because starting a new business is scary. It's really scary. There's a lot of risks you take. You're betting on yourself, you're putting yourself out there, and some people don't want to put themselves out there. And that's what I want to talk about. So let me say something that might challenge you a little, especially those that own businesses and having those side hustles and hate social media and putting themselves out there and just being seen in general, right? Which I come across a lot of that now that I have launched my marketing company, which is Howdy Social. There is a complaint that I am running to again and again and again. And I know that it's easy for me to say this on the outside, but I own 3 businesses myself and I co founded another one, which was this one. And I did not reinvent the wheel and on any of those. I didn't reinvent the wheel. So I will say this: you don't have an opportunity problem. You have a visibility problem. And I know that might hit. I know I might strike a nerve with some people, but just hear me out here before you come for me in the comments, okay? It's easier to believe this. It's easier to believe there are not enough opportunities for me. The market is saturated. People are just not buying right now, right? People are hunkering down. There are so many sellers. There's so many people selling the same stuff. No one is going to see me. And we all are the same, right? All of these beliefs. I think I just pointed out 3 beliefs, right? Right. There are not enough opportunities. The market is saturated and people are just not buying right now, or they're not buying what I have, or we all look the same. But what if, and again, just hear me out here. What if that's not actually the issue, at least as much as you think? Now, I know some of you are going to come at me for this, like I said, but I want you to hear me out on this, okay? Just hear me out, hear this podcast episode, and listen to this thought process. I'm coming at you today as a marketing agency owner, so multiple business owner myself. What if the real issue is the right people don't know you exist? Pause there. What if it's that? What if the right people don't even know about you? Because you can be this. You can be talented, so incredibly talented, amazingly talented. You can own your area, right? You can be so talented or so experienced, right? The most experienced in the room. or the most qualified for the position or opportunity, or even the most ready, right? The most ready to jump. You can be all those things and still invisible. And listen, invisible businesses don't get opportunities, they get overlooked. And so today, we're going to talk about the real reason things feel stuck and how to shift from being unseen to in demand. So let's start with the lie that we tell ourselves. Let's start right there with the lie that we tell ourselves. The story most people are running with is this: I just need one big opportunity. Just one break. I just need one break, one viral post, one person to notice them, right? But that mindset right there, that is what's keeping you stuck in the mud, spinning your wheels. How, you might ask? Let me tell you. Because it puts your power outside of you. It turns growth into luck. And it keeps you waiting instead of building. It keeps the opportunity not in your power. It keeps you waiting for someone else to make the move. And it keeps you not in control of your own destiny. Because here's the truth: opportunities don't create visibility, visibility creates opportunities. Let me say that again. Opportunities don't create visibility. Visibility creates opportunity. Visibility is what gets you seen, is what gets you remembered, and it's what gets you referred, and it gets you paid. And if people don't see you consistently, they can't choose you. And I know you've heard this saying before, but it still rings true. Consistency is the key. So, I want to talk about being invisible and how that doesn't mean that you're unskilled. Okay. That part is important. And I want to repeat it again because it's crucial. Invisible doesn't mean unskilled, because a lot of you that are listening are good, really good, amazing. Many of you could be the best in your area or locally, right? It could be just the best. You're the best that there is, like really, really, really good, amazing. You know your craft. You care about your clients. You show up with integrity. You have a great work ethic. You check all the boxes and do all the things. Almost. But here's the disconnect: being good is not the same as being visible. And this is where the frustration builds, because you're thinking, I know I can do this. I know that I could help them with that problem or that situation. I know I could help them. I know I'm better than what I'm seeing out there. And you probably are. If you feel that way about yourself, you probably are right. But they are visible and you are not. So guess who gets the opportunity? Do you think it's the person who's hiding or the person that's being seen consistently? Which one do you think is gonna land the deal, right? So if this lands for you, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right now. So let's talk about why you're not showing up, right? Let's talk about the real reasons here of why you're not showing up, because this isn't laziness. I know it's not. This is deeper. You're not showing up because of possibly these reasons: fear of judgment, right? Being judged is a big one. It's a big feeling for a lot of people. Fear of judgment. Maybe it's fear of being seen, right? Being seen on social media is a fear for a lot of people. Being seen on social media, or being in fear of saying the wrong thing or stuttering or sounding funny. Or maybe you're a perfectionist, right? On the flip side of things, perfectionism could be another reason why you're not showing up. Or maybe it's overthinking the whole entire thing and you're just stuck in this analysis paralysis, and you just don't move forward, and you don't take the step you need to show up in the light that you need to be in. And here's the even deeper layer that not many people admit: visibility requires vulnerability. It really does. See, visibility requires vulnerability because when you put yourself out there, you're not just sharing content, you're sharing you. your ideas, your voice, your perspective, your soul, your creativity, you, just a whole you. You are sharing you to the world. And that feels risky. It really does to put yourself out there on a pedestal, even the radio pedestal or the TV pedestal or social media. It all feels risky, a little vulnerable. And so instead, you wait until it's perfect. And let me tell you, there's no such thing as perfect. I know you've heard that, but you wait until it's perfect or you over edit, right? You just stay spinning those wheels over editing or second guessing yourself on why you're doing it, or you're judging yourself, and you're way too harsh, I might add, on judging yourself, or you don't post at all. And then you tell yourself, I just need a better strategy. That's it. I just need a better strategy. Once I get a better strategy, I'll feel better. I'll feel better about it. But let me tell you, strategy isn't the problem. Avoidance is. Avoidance is your problem. See, likes don't equal sales. All right, let's address something here that needs to be said because visibility isn't about posting. It really isn't. It's about effective visibility. See, you can post every single day and still not be seen in the way that it matters. Because likes don't equal sales, views don't equal clients. What actually matters is that you're speaking to a real problem that your potential clients have, right? Are you clear in your messaging? And are you positioned as the solution, as their solution? Are you positioned as what they want, right? Because you don't need more content if you're not doing this. You need better content, content that stops the scroll. And people are scrolling. This is what we do nowadays, right? You have 2 seconds. One, two. Literally, that's it. You have 2 seconds to stop their finger from swiping up. So you need that content that calls people out, that makes them feel like you're talking to them, like you reached out and got into their brain and you're like, hey, here, I'm here, right? I'm here. I'm talking to you, right? That's what you want to make them feel like. You want to make them feel seen and you need content that makes them want to move to you, right? It makes them feel heard and it moves them to act, right? To direct message you or to fill out that application or to buy that product or service or to visit your location or to try your food or whatever. So, not only stopping the scroll, but to convert them to an actual client. So, let's talk about the shift. Let's talk about the shift from hidden to in demand. So, what actually changes this, right? What actually changes this? Well, I'm glad that you asked. I'll tell you, it's not luck. It's not luck. I promise you, it's not luck. It's not just random. These successful companies that are out there, they're not pushing luck every day. It's not that. And it's not waiting either. So many people wait because they want everything to be perfect. They want all the stars to align perfectly. When does that happen? When do the stars and everything align so perfectly and then you put your pinky toe in the water? Never. It never happens. We do things scared, right? We don't wait. Well, the successful people don't wait. They do it scared anyway. There's no waiting because time passes whether you do it or you don't do it. The time is still gonna pass. And ladies and gentlemen, we don't have all the time in the world. We have 24 hours a day and we only get this many time in the sun, right? There's no waiting. Don't wait to do it. And hoping, right? We don't want to be just hoping. Hoping is fine. Don't get me wrong on this. It's great to hope, right? To hope and to have faith, but not hoping and then not waiting and then depending on luck. That's not. So what actually changes this? I'll tell you what it is. It is decision. That's what changes it. It's the decision to stop hiding. It's the decision to not be based on luck, to make your own opportunity, to not wait. It's the decision to not wait. It's the decision to stop hiding behind your door or behind your phone. Stop looking at everyone else, right? It's the decision to show up before you feel ready, right? Because you never truly feel 100% ready. There's always going to be a little bit of fear, and that's okay to have a little bit of fear. It's totally normal. This is healthy. It's normal. Remember when you were a kid a long time ago? Not that long ago because you're still young, and you were learning how to ride a bike and your parents took off the training wheels and it was such a huge thing. I remember when my parents took off my training wheels on my bike and I was scared. I was scared, but you know what I did? I got on that bike, right? And your hands might have been a little sweaty and you pedaled on your bike and your bike was wobbling, right? Your bike was wobbling and you were struggling, but you got those wheels spinning and you just hope that you were not gonna fall, and you just kept going, and you just kept pushing with one foot at a time, tight gripping the handlebar, pushing that bike, and you know what? You showed up before you were ready, before you were 100% ready. There was still a little fear, right? Or do you remember jumping off the deep end of the pool for the first time, even with floaties on? Do you remember jumping off the deep end of the pool? I do. Or the first time you were behind the driver's seat of a car on your own and you had butterflies in your stomach. Maybe you were in your first, used car or new car, but you were in the vehicle alone and you had butterflies in your stomach and you could not believe that you were actually doing this and you buckled up. Do you remember the sound of the buckle? And then you shifted the gear into drive and you gently pushed the gas. You pushed the gas pedal and you were scared, but you did it. It was because of decision, right? All of these scenarios are because of decision to do it and to take the leap and to put that one foot in front of the other or gas pedal. All of these, right? It's the decision here to be seen. And it's the decision to put yourself out there. And when you do that consistently, when you decide to put yourself out there consistently over and over and over again, and you're consistent at showing up and showing out, everything shifts because you're visible. You go from the problems of, why isn't this working? Right? You go from that problem of asking yourself, why isn't this working because you're hidden to, oh my goodness, I have so many inquiries. I need to hire more help. That's a good problem to have, right? And you go from no one is noticing me. Nobody is walking through my doors. Nobody is ringing my phone. Nobody is messaging me. Nobody is noticing me. You go from that to, wow, I see you everywhere. Right? So right now with my own company, I'll give you an example. It's a brand new company. We've been in it for about 3 months. I have been in marketing for over 17 years, and so has she. She's been in it for a long time. So both of us together are really pushing our company, and we are everywhere. And we actually got people that are now telling us, "Oh my god, we see you everywhere. We see you here, we see you there." And yeah, because this is what we do, right? And so I want this for you. Right? You need to be seen so you can be chosen because visibility compounds. Every post you post, every video, every message, it builds and it builds and it builds and it builds some more. So I tell this to my clients all the time on Howdy Social. See, I have built businesses from the ground up, and it's the same philosophy every time. You need to be seen. You need to be seen. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about what real visibility looks like. Let me make this practical. Real visibility looks like showing up consistently, even when it feels repetitive, right? It's about showing up and showing out and saying the same message in different ways, right? Think about a restaurant that pushes spaghetti. They will take pictures of spaghetti. They will take videos of spaghetti, right? Or a car wash. It's the car wash and they will wash your car here. They will wash your car there. Maybe one post is about washing your tires. Another one's about how clean the windows can be. It's the same message in different ways. And so many people are having these side hustles and these new businesses. You gotta show up. You cannot have these new businesses and then hide. No one will find you. Letting people see your face, your voice, your energy, and I know that can be scary. But think about this for a second. When you know the person behind the business and you vibe with them and you genuinely like what you see, you genuinely like them, how much more likely are you going to buy something from them versus the business down the road offering the same thing, right? That you don't know? How much more likely are you gonna buy from the person that you know that makes the videos, that you know who you're supporting, right? People love to know who is behind the logo. They love the human aspect. People need people. We are a herd mentality species, always have been. It's in our DNA. And also, real visibility looks like being clear about what you do and who you help, right? If you sell cars, don't confuse people and start talking about what you ate for dinner last night and you don't even talk about a car, right? Stay consistent. If you sell mattresses, talk about mattresses. If you sell food, talk about the food. If you sell a service, talk about the service, right? Stay consistent. Make offers also. Yes, this is actually selling, but you are in the business to make money and you got to sell, right? So here's the truth. If people are confused, they won't buy, right? Confused people won't buy it. They have to be clear and they want to spend the money, right? So if people are confused, they're not going to buy. And if they don't see you, they're not going to remember you. And if they don't remember you, guess what? They don't choose you, right? So visibility solves that. So, if you've been sitting here thinking, I just need one opportunity, I want you to shift that today. You don't need one opportunity. You need to be seen, and you need to be seen often. You want to be the one that is on people's minds when they think of your product or your service in your industry, right? Because the moment the right people see you, the opportunities that you've been waiting for, they start finding you. You start getting referrals. People start remembering your brand, your logos, that funny video or that educational video, your personality. They remember you because you consistently show up for them. In a world of scrolling and mind numbing content, what do they call it now? Doom scrolling, you make them feel seen, right? And so if this episode hit, and if you're done playing small and you're hiding and you're waiting, I want you to change all that for you today. I want you to change how you show up for the world and yourself, right? This is all about you and this is all about something that you're building. I always say I like a challenge of building something from nothing. It's a challenge and it's fun. It's fun for me personally, right? And I'm sure that if you're getting into business, yes, you want to make a profit, but there is a calling also. I think entrepreneurs, they have a certain calling in their heart and in their mind, and they just go for it. And it's all about taking a chance on yourself. But I'm telling you, you got to be visible so people can find you. And if you've been playing small, if you're hiding, and if you're waiting, this is your moment to change that, to change all of that. Change it for yourself, change it for your family, change it for the community, and let it rise. My name is Jessica Cherry, and this is She Will Empower. It's your space for truth, tools, and real transformation. And if you're ready to stop guessing and actually build visibility or want to know more, you can always find me on Howdy Social because this isn't about posting more, it's about being seen and in a way that pays you. And you can catch brand new episodes every Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on KWVH 94.3 Wimberley Valley Radio. And of course, you can listen anytime, anywhere on your favorite podcast platform. Just search She Will Empower, and I'll be right there waiting for you. And if you're an early riser or trying to become one, come hang out with me every Tuesday morning from 7 to 9 a.m. on the Wake Up Club on Wimberley Valley Radio. It's cozy, it's fun, it's full of great music and real conversations. I have conversations with the Wimberley Valley Chamber of Commerce and the mayor every single week. It's super cool. And honestly, it's one of the best ways to start your morning feeling grounded, connected to the community, and a little more alive. And if you're here in Central Texas and your nervous system feels fried, overwhelmed, or like you've been running on fumes for way too long, juggling all the things that life has to offer, I would love to see you in person at Lone Star Sound Baths. Just search Lone Star Sound Baths on social media and you'll find me. I guide immersive sound bath experiences designed to help you soften, settle, and truly reset your mind, your body, and your spirit. And it's one of the most healing offerings I provide. And serving our community in this way is something that I truly love. I love helping people reset themselves. We live in such a busy world. Everything is always go, 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 that we have to reset, right? We have to ground ourselves and clear our mind before, especially before a new week begins, right? So if you want that, come find me at Lone Star Sound Baths if you are local. And you can also connect with me through Ladies Lifestyle Network Hayes County, where I host monthly empowerment and networking events all across Hayes County and the Hill Country. These gatherings feature powerful speakers, local nonprofits, and incredible women owned businesses, and truly some really beautiful venues. Women come to these rooms to grow, to be seen, and to rise together. And I've watched lifelong friendships and game changing business connections form right here before my eyes. And let me tell you, women are powerful. We own businesses, we are moms, we juggle so much. We are in all the things all the time. And I am so serious. I have been doing these events for about a year and a half now, and the level of power that walk in these rooms are pretty awesome. It's amazing. I love doing these events. So you can find me over at Ladies Lifestyle Network, Hayes County. If you're in Hayes County, come to them. It's going to be so much fun. Next one is in Dripping Springs, and then it's Wimberley. It's all around Hayes County. It's so much fun. And if you want a more personal look behind the scenes of motherhood, entrepreneurship, healing, and real life as it unfolds, you can find me over on social media at Life of a Cherry Wife. And if you ever need help with social media or marketing, you can also find me on Howdy Social. And truly, thank you for being with me here today. Thank you for showing up, for doing the work, and for choosing growth, even when it stretches you. I know it's hard, but it's worth it. And before you go, I want you to do one small thing for your future self, even something tiny, because tiny moves add up for you, and tiny choices compound daily, every single day. And sometimes the one small decision becomes the moment that changes everything. Tiny moves create big impact. And that big impact could be the confidence boost you need today to make the decision that needs to take you from point A to point B, and with all the things are aligned and beautiful for you. So stay powerful, stay connected, stay grounded, and have the most amazing, beautiful day and week. I will see you next time. Bye.